Uno más, baby. Uno más, baby.
Uno más.
Uno más. Uno
Paintings
más.
are like dry. It's so cool.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, the weather's been warmer. It's awesome.
The stuff that makes you excited, huh? I like that. See, it was only for a little bit, no? It's worth the negative feedback here and there. Or no?
What happened?
Is it worth the negative feedback here and there?
Yeah. Yeah, I told one of the clients that we're not going to switch using walnut oil. Non-toxins are more, your lung health is more important.
My lung health and the lung health of my familia is more importante. Mucho importante, Jose. Look at that. How's it going, my friends? What's happening? What's up, beautiful people of the Instagrams? Got all the beautiful people here, man. I got the beautiful people following me on Instagram. I got all the beautiful people. Check it out. I feel like I'm doing something good here with these paintings. I feel too blessed to stress. Too blessed to stress. I'm telling you guys, I think we're onto something. We're gonna start going onto something here. Look at this. Ooh la la. It's got all kinds of Francois, baby. Look at that. Francois. Anywhere you look, it's Francois, baby. Look at this. I feel like I got the power. Wave, 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 wave. I feel like I got all kinds of power here. Look at that, my friends. This is what I'm talking about. We're gonna get the same color. We're gonna put it down here just because I can. Kind of mix this with green. The green that is already on the brush. This is what I love about painting, because it does whatever it wants. If you just let it, it'll do magic. But you gotta let it. You gotta do some magic. Some magical stuff. Look at this. It's like, vaya con Dios and stuff. Vaya con Dios. I like it. So much satisfacción. Mucho bueno. I feel the bliss. That bliss that people keep talking about. That thing that, what do they call it? The peace beyond understanding. That's what I feel when I'm painting. Yeah. It's almost like time stops. Time likes to stop when I paint. Ain't that something? My verses are getting wider and wider. They do. They do. They do what they want. It's the same brush, Vivek. It's the same brush. It's the same $2 brush that I've carried for a while. Look at that. It's got all kinds of magic. Dude, Sonic's sneezing over there.
Dude, Sonic sneezes, crack me up.
I feel like if we have allergies, Sonic's like, oh, I have to have allergies too, you guys. It can't just be you humans.
Yeah, he's like part of this, you know?
It's part of this squad. Part of this je ne sais quoi here.
More like Sonic's having jelly sick. What did Daniel call it?
Jealous of quoi?
Jealous of quoi?
Yeah, he's been jelly. He's been peanut butter and jelly, so he's having jealous of quoi.
Jealous of quoi? That made me laugh.
Yeah, it's worth a giggle.
Jealous of quoi first.
Oh, thank you so much. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my little trusted spatula or palette knife, otherwise known as palette knife as well. It's got a cool name too. This is a Mucho Artiste palette knife. Okay. Look at that. And then I just start imagining things, you know, like people ask me if this is from if it's from a, what do they call it? From a reference or my imagination. And I think it has to be a whole bunch of things. No, it's got to be a little bit of reference, a little bit of imagination, a lot of letting go, a little bit about. There's also tightening, right? It's not just letting go, but it's also tightening. But it's a different type. It's a strong grip type of deal. Man, what do I have to make everything super like esoteric here? How come I just can't? You know, I gotta get all. There's something in me that's like, dude, you gotta get all Tao Te Ching on everything. It's like I don't have to. I don't have to, you guys. I don't have to be all Tao. Put some before I know it, I'm gonna start sounding like a fortune cookie, dude. I'll make a book, The Zen of Painting. There's probably a book like that already, huh? Out there, The Zen of Painting. Look at that. I'm sure someone already beat me to it. Dang it. Let's put some blue on this puppy. Yeah, just to. Let's make it light though, because we're starting down here. And again, right? Caress the thing, caress it. Look at that. Did you hear that?
No, what did Dan say?
Think outside the binary.
What?
Think outside the binary. Think outside gender norms. He's talking to his friends over there. Dan's a boss. Look at that. Telling you guys, we're onto something here. Look at this. This feeling. Feels like everything's fine. Not a worry in the world. Because we're right here, right now. Look at that. Unless my mind starts thinking about a problem, we're painting only right now. Yeah. Ooh la la. It's got all kinds of Francois in there. Get some of that blue, but it's a little stronger now because we're getting higher up. Right? Higher up. Higher up means closer. High, close, low, far. Right? In a landscape, in a traditional landscape. I'm using a little bit of the traditional things here. Not a lot. I don't really care much about them, but they are fun to play with. It is almost as if the painting is helping me rather than me me painting it. There's a role for Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks will, instead of being the painter, his next role in the movie is he's gonna be a painting, saving the artist. Yeah, his whole thing's about saving the artist in a world. Look at that. I'm digging it. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. I feel like that's my stomach right now. I'm not sure if it was. I'm maybe ready to eat something else now. I get hungry doing this. I can't blame myself. It's a lot of work painting. Look at that. Look at the beauty in that. This is what I love most. When time disappears. The end of times. This is the most enjoyable part of painting. Oh yeah. Now we do something like this. Boom. Let me show you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like that. I don't have a British accent. I was just joking. I'm Mexican. I'm what you make. Well, I guess the Mexicans could have British accents. I know a couple of them who do. All right, let's do another one. Let's do this. Okay, so now we're gonna do one, but we're gonna do it this way. Okay? You guys with me? Are you with me? Let's do this. Uno más, baby. Uno más. Uno más. Uno más, baby. I want you to hang out with me. All right, here we go. What size is this? The one that I just finished is a 10 by 20, but this one's a 16 by 20. Okay? This is going to be a treat. Watch. This is going to be uno mucho grande. Ariana Grande treat. Ariana Grande. Okay, check it out. BEA, beautiful. We start out like this. We do a couple of things here and there, you know. It's like looking for water with those. What people get those? What is that thing called when they go? They're called something. I know some people out there know what I'm talking about. That's what it feels like. It's like looking for water, but it's just one. I'm just using one. I know my dad was a rancher, so I know he's used them before. He talked to me about them. I just forgot what they're called. They have a name. I know that. Engineers that work in fields or ranches, or I don't know what they're called in English. In Spanish we call them ingenieros agrónomos. They look for water and water lines and all of that. What are those things called? There you go, dowsing rods. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, same thing right here. When you're painting, it's pretty much the same thing. You kind of have to let the current, the energy, guide you. That's what those rods do. No, they're looking for the current, the energy. No different. No different. Starts crossing. Starts crossing. You can feel it. You can feel it too. You can feel it in your body. You're painting. If you're quiet enough, you can feel it. Like quiet inside, right? You can start feeling it. Look at that. Look at the beauty in that. Yes. See, this is what I'm doing right here. Look, as I'm moving like that, I'm looking for water, figuratively. There you go. Someone asked me if it was like channeling. I don't know. I don't know. I'd never channel anything other than other than my necessities in the restroom. But I never channeled anything. So I don't know if it's like channeling. People tell me like painting is like channeling. No, I don't think it's like channeling. Although I don't know anything about channeling, I'm pretty sure that it's not like channeling. What you're looking for is you're looking for the you're looking for the flow. That's all you're looking for. You're looking for the flow. That's why I said it was like those rods. You know, you look for water. You're looking for the flow. Why does everybody have to make things so spooky? Why does it have to be about channeling? And we're like, is it like channeling, Jose? I'm like, no. I like to sleep well at night. Nothing against people that channel. You guys keep channeling your things, but I don't think painting is like channeling. I guess in a way, I mean, if you think about it, right? But I don't like to think about it. I don't like to philosophize with it that much. My brain is too simple. It ends up hurting my head. Start philosophizing too much. It's more like leaving things alone. If I were to compare with something, it'd be like using something you know, but not using it. Yes, you know how to paint, you have some skill in painting and whatnot, but you're not using that to create the painting. That doesn't create the painting. It's just a tool. Something else creates the painting. Your primordial intelligence creates the painting. But you know, it's there. You're just looking where the flow is. There's a flow that I often talk about it as a metronome or a march. Duck, 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 like a little march. There's a rhythm. Some people refer to it as a sound. They start philosophizing and they're like, it's a sound. I don't know. Cheese and crackers. I don't know, guys. I know I can feel it. It's very smooth. And it doesn't need me to complete itself. It's already completed. It doesn't need me. Doesn't need much of my super thinking powers. My thinking powers. If I were to think to create this painting, it wouldn't be much of a piece of art. It'd be something else, but not art. It's not about thinking. It's the opposite. And so I could not I could not come up with this if I sat there and think about it. With this painting, it'd be impossible. It's not conceptual. My mind doesn't know anything about what I'm doing right now. This is something else. My mind is too stupid to know this. This is high-end stuff. This is not for my limited mind. And it's not mine either. I'm borrowing it. I'm using it. Look at that. It would be a piece of something, huh, Jay? It'd be a piece of something, but not art. If I sat there and thought about it. No, the mind has very, if it has any business in art, has very little business in art. It has the business of mechanical things like arranging, you know, not arranging the painting, but arranging the colors. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get this color with that color in a mix. We're gonna do this. It's got a, at best, it's just not. I don't even know how to put it. It's not. It's not conceptual. It can't be. It knows nothing. What I'm using to paint this, what I'm tapping into to paint this, to make this painting, knows nothing about concepts. It's beyond concept. It's the same thing that a child uses to make art. A child doesn't have any concepts. A child has knowing but no concepts. There's a knowing. You ever wonder when you talk to a child, when they're little children, and you don't talk to them like babies, you just talk to them like an adult, not with adult concepts, of course not, but like an adult, like you refer to the child without using baby little goo words. Have you noticed? I don't know if you've ever done that, but have you noticed that they get back to you also like an adult? There's a deep knowing, right? An intelligence in the child. They're just new to the world, but it doesn't mean that they don't know. Of course they do. That's why they paint before they draw, and paint before they write. Like I was mentioning earlier, they sing before they talk. They dance before they walk. Look at that. And this is the real bliss of painting. The bliss of painting is not painting something nice. It's painting something where you're not constantly judging yourself or the painting. That's where the bliss comes from. It doesn't come out of the painting, it comes out of you. It's already inside of you. Look at that. Not in 1,000 years would I have ever thought about doing this. My mind doesn't know how to do this. You wouldn't know where to start. Look at that. Patrick says, I have signed up to your method and I paint with acrylics. Is it futile to try and get texture and flow from acrylics? Texture, I don't think it's futile. There is such things as impastos for acrylics. You know, some paste, some thick paste. They sell that just about. I think just about every brand sells impasto. Whether you're using Winton or you're using Liquitex, I think it's called, or any of the many acrylic brands have impasto. If not, you can cross use them because they're all water based either way. No, I don't think it's futile. I just when I use acrylics, I try to use acrylics only for works on paper that the flow is different. It's not based on the texture. The oil I milk the texture. The texture is so damn important for me when I'm painting oil. And in acrylics, you just don't get that, right? You just don't get that amount of texture. Even if you do many coats, you'll get coloration, right? But you won't get texture. If you really want to try it, I would suggest getting a impasto paste. It'll somewhat give you that texture. But I'm gonna put in some workshops on how I use acrylics, some more workshops, because I don't think people have seen much of how I use acrylics and how I pursue it very much the same way, but I'm not doing it on canvas, and I'm not using texture. I'm just using flow, and I just use water. I don't buy any additives or anything like that. I just use water, and I use acrylics pretty much the same way that I use watercolors. I'm not looking for texture in them. I'm looking for flow only. Flow is what matters to me when using water-based pigments. Look at that. Totally, Jay. Yeah. I mean, they can definitely give you texture, but it's not, it's not going to be the same as the oil. And there's also different types of acrylics. If you want to do this type of thing, I highly recommend also using heavy body acrylics. If you don't want to, there are heavy body acrylics. Because what makes this painting the way that I'm showing them here, it's really the texture. It's the layering of the texture is what makes it so rich. And so unless you're using some heavy body acrylic, or you're adding impasto to your existing acrylics, you will get some texture. I don't know if you're going to get the same texture, but you will get some texture. Some people have told me that they have. Let me contact a couple of people that are also subscribed to my workshops and see how they're dealing with that, because that is a very good question. I'm going to contact them and get back to you on that, because I personally don't use acrylics for this type of works. I use them for works on paper. And some large works, like for example, give me a second, let me show you where I use acrylics. Let me get a painting so I can show you where.
Sorry, I'm walking.
No, you're good. Go for it. Okay, so let me get my phone and walk around so that I can show you one of the pieces where I use that Okay. Let me. So this is where I use this is acrylic and house paint. Okay, this measures about 5, I think 5 feet, 5, 6 feet. Is it 5 feet? I think it is 4 by 5 feet. So this is an example. This is a canvas. Oh my God, I'm falling. As you can see, it's canvas. Man, that would have been hilarious if I fell back here. Well, let me show you. As you can see, look, it's almost like, now some people are worried about this. Some people get worried about that. They're like, oh, what about look, you see that? Some people get worried about that. I've made a lot of works like this for years and years and years. A lot of them are in hotel lobbies across the country. I have never had a problem with a painting. I think that's an artist myth. This one has a clear coat. As you can see, the glare has a very, I think 1 or 2 little coats of clear acrylic coat. But I'm going to do some works like this for the workshops, so that you guys can see how I use the acrylics. This is how I use my acrylics. This is a mixture of house paint and acrylic. I love using house paint not only because it's super economical, but the big reason behind using house paint is because it spreads really beautiful. It's got a beautiful spread. And so, you know, I just do stuff like that. I do what I want. Let's see here. Or I can go back to oils and switch due to toxicity. Yeah, no, I mean the toxicity of oils. I mean, I wouldn't want you to do that. The toxicity of oils is just it's so ridiculous. It's you know, it's bad. Not the oils itself, because most of this stuff is not what people used to use back in the day. This stuff is pretty safe unless you're using like it says in the back. Usually, if California says it's toxic, don't use it. That's how I go by it. You know, I measure by California standards. If California says it's toxic, like zinc, I think it's zinc. It's titanium white. It's one of the reasons I use soft mixing white, because it doesn't say it's toxic. And I use walnut oil for that reason. I don't use any solvents, nothing, just walnut oil. So I hope that made any sense. Let me put this one back. So that would have been hilarious, because I almost fell right now. Would have been like a... That had I fallen when I was like 20, it would have been cool. But I feel like getting close to 40, a fall starts feeling a little heavier. I get scared now when I trip. I'm like, ah. When I was younger, I used to throw myself on the floor by myself. All right, see, I get scared when I trip. So that's that, my friends. Hope that made any sense. Again, this painting will be available at auction on eBay. We'll see if we can auction it here on Instagram. It seems like people are liking also the auctions on Instagram. You guys let me know. The auctions on Instagram don't start at $1. They're only for a gap of hours. They end at 8 or 9 p.m. Mountain Time daily. And the auctions start at either $200, $300, and $400. I think that's what I've been making them, $200, $300, and $400. This larger ones start at $300 and $400. This is 16 by 20. If you really want it, because no one's really fighting with you on it. Maybe 2 or 3 people are going to probably try to fight with you on it, but not that many people. And on eBay, there's over 100 people fighting for each painting. So hundreds of them, not over 100, hundreds of them fighting for each painting. So that's the difference. The auction starts at $1 on eBay, but there's hundreds of people that you're gonna have to compete with. And so that's the difference. And so I just started doing it just to kick it, you know, just to see, because people started asking me, hey, can I buy the painting? Can I just buy the painting from you before you put it on eBay? And I said, yeah, that'd be cool. I'll sell you the painting, but then more than one person wants the painting. So what do I do now? I can't paint another one. I can't even, you know, even if I could, I wouldn't do it. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it either, because there's no way you just can't paint another one. It's just impossible. So instead what I did was, like, I'm going to put it at auction, but the price is going to start higher because there's only a couple of people that want it, as opposed to eBay. So anyways, I hope that makes any sense. You guys get that? Yesterday I put a couple of them, and it was it's been a success for the past I don't know, few days. I've been doing it for the past few days, and it's people really are enjoying that. And I think some people that just don't want to go and compete with a lot of people on eBay, that type of deal. But they're still going on eBay. If it doesn't sell, it's going automatically on eBay. If it doesn't sell between those hours, okay, just that way I can allow people here on Instagram and on eBay to access the painting that otherwise would cost a lot more on a retail shop or in a gallery. Is it first come, first serve? No, on Instagram, the way I'm doing it is if no one else outbids you, you're gonna get a notification from me, a DM, and you know, just stating, hey, congratulations on your auction win. If someone else outbids you, I'll let you know if they outbid you in a DM, right? If they send me like a private message, and let's say that you bid $300 on this painting, okay, on the comments, and then someone else is like, oh hell no, I'm gonna, you know, I want that painting, so they bid, I don't know, $320 or $350, whatever. If they don't write it in the comments and they just send me a private message, I'm going to go ahead and message you, hey, this person just outbid you by $50 or whatever. Do you want to outbid them, or, you know? So that's why I want to keep it in the comments. Some people are still sending the bids via DM, but I want to keep the bids in the comments, so that way everybody can see them, and we play fair with everybody. And so I encourage you, if you're gonna DM me the bid, I encourage you to put it on the comments. That way it's fair game. That way people don't think that I'm trying to, I don't know, inflate the price or so. You know, people think about auctions. So there it is, my friends. Gotta go drop paint. Awesome. Very cool. Take care, my friend. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you, everybody. The auctions on Instagram stop at 8 p.m., sometimes 9. Read the comments. Read the caption, please, or the literature on the post where you're going to bid, because they don't go past 9 p.m., the auctions. And there's a reason for that, because I start listing auctions on eBay at 9 p.m. That's why. So take care, my friends. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.